Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and it's Kink Week. You know, introducing a new kink into your relationship is difficult, so I need to talk to some experts about it. But first, I need a drink in my hand, and I got Tyrus here from Bar 5015.
And I got you right
What
here.
is this?
This is our signature cocktail drink called a Vibe With Me.
Vibe with me, which is exactly what people need to say
That's exactly
when
what
they want somebody to join in on their kinks.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, to dive into this conversation, I have some very special guests with me. I have Taylor Sparks, erotic educator and sex goddess. And we have friends of the Nightcap, Arian and Charlie, kink-aware therapists, and creators of Kink Talk, which I've been wanting to talk about for forever. All right, so when we talk about kink, you might finally find your kink or you're very curious about it. But how do you tackle introducing that to your partner?
The easiest way I like to say is use your words. Like seriously, like use your words. And this is not something you want to introduce during sex, in the middle of sex, right after
Really?
sex.
I feel like that would be the time. It's
No.
like you're racing, you're thinking about it like, no, I really want to do this, I really want to do this, I really want to grab that one toy.
No, it's better to maybe, over dinner, over breakfast. I always say the car is great because no one can get out. And then, but I always say start with something that's already working well. Like, babe, I love when you do this and this and this and this and that. But you know what I'm interested in trying, like, together? I think we should try to do that and that and that. How do you feel about that? And then stop talking.
And then stop talking. Leave that air open for them to fill that space.
Yeah.
As therapists, do you find, people who are like, I don't know how to tell my partner about this certain kink?
Well, you're opening yourself up to be very vulnerable and to be judged. But realize that you're doing yourself, not only them a disservice, but yourself as well, because no one really knows what you enjoy. And if you open that box, they're more likely to open that box for them as well.
But you also realize there's a little insecurity, especially with men, when it comes to sex. When we're introducing something new, sometimes people can hear the message of hearing, instead of saying, I'd like to do this, they're hearing, I'm not doing enough. So that's one of the reasons that you want to be careful with the conversation, but be authentic and accurate at the same time.
Right, like how do you not bruise that ego? Because I imagine if I told my husband some random kink out of nowhere, after being married for 10 years, he'd probably be like, where did you get that from? Where did you learn that from? Who told you about
Who
this?
told you this?
Yeah.
Right? So how do you keep that ego intact and deliver it, in
In a tactful way.
a tactful way?
Well, I honestly, again, I think starting with what is working well and how much you enjoy everything that is happening and you're just looking to expand upon it. So not that, it's like you're not doing anything wrong. Everything is amazing and wonderful and I love everything that we do. But I've recently discovered some things I'd like to try and I want to try them with you.
All right, so for people who are single, right? Maybe they watched a porn or some sort of video and they've discovered like, man, I really want to try that kink. How do they go find like-minded people?
I mean, there are lots of avenues. We have the web. We have
The World Wide Web.
The world, all right. I mean, obviously, they've got the internet access, but I feel like you guys know a little bit more about what website or platform.
there are lots. I say that there are lots of communities. There are lots of websites that are geared towards people in the kink community to find like-minded people.
Okay.
Because the kinks community is all about education too. Though, if you find a good community, there's going to be people that educate on how you can, as a single person, be safe, sane, and consensual. That's something we like to say when you meet partners and what you should be doing next after the conversation.
The kink and or fetish community is not sexually focused. There is sex for some, but it's not sexually focused. It's not like, hey, let's get together, we're going to have sex. Even if you go to a real kink, there's no sex.
There's no sex.
There's no alcohol. Which is my surprise. Like, what do you mean there's no alcohol? There's no liquor. There's no drugs. Shouldn't be. Not supposed to be.
No.
Not at all.
So, because it is about that particular kink. And when I lived in North Carolina, I found a spanking community. And I would go to a spanking party once a month to be spanked. And or spanked. Well, I was just being spanked at this one. But
you've spanked before.
well, I'm a spankophile. I love to spank.
Oh, a spankophile. Okay, she is a sex
I actually teach a class on spanking at some of the events. So, yeah, but you went, and I went coming from the swinger community. I had on my heels and my dress and my thong and my makeup, and I walked in. They were like, "Well, you look pretty," and they were like in flip flops and wife beaters, and I'm like, "Where's the wine?" They were like, "There's no liquor here." I'm like, "There's no wine."
Interesting. Why is that? Why would you want to remove that sort of inhibitor?
Safety.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Because you can get carried away with some
You
kinks.
can.
It's very much tunnel vision.
Can
So
be.
everything needs to be negotiated prior to, and everyone needs to be coherent.
I really do.
Everybody has their own end goal, something that they want, but it needs to be consensual.
Yeah.
We have to agree with
So if
that.
you have alcohol involved or drugs involved, you can be inhibited, right? Toxic.
Yeah. And then you
And-
stop listening.
Yes, you do.
You then
Yeah.
develop that tunnel vision.
Yes.
Ooh, we're going to have to talk a little bit more. All right, well, coming up next, we're going to hear about Kink Talk. Oh, it's a new social media platform by Charlie and Ariane. And my girl Taylor's got some toys she's going to show me to get introduced to. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about introducing kinks into your relationships, or if you're single, maybe into a potential partner. We've got the erotic educator and sex goddess Taylor Sparks, and our dear friends Charlie and Ariane, who are kink-aware therapists, and the co-creators of Kink Talk, which is what I want to dive into now. So, what is Kink Talk?
Kink Talk is a social media platform with short form videos strictly for adults 18 and older.
Okay, so this is adult content.
Adult.
Yes.
And when saying adult content, we're not talking about porn. Now, there are a few places you can go to find that. What we're talking about is being able to discuss, a place where you can discuss adult situations. You can talk adult themes. And really, it's not about necessarily about nudity, but it's about verification, of making sure that there's nobody there under 17. We're also working with a lot of child protective agencies to ensure that there are no teenagers that are on there. There's a heavy reporting process as a part of that. And again, the verification service is something that places like FetLife don't have. We took a lot of information from the kink community, and we decided to create an app that was focused on what they were looking for. One being education,
And Charlie,
and two,
you mentioned
safety.
FetLife. For people
Yeah.
at home who don't know what FetLife is, what is that?
FetLife is a wonderful community for you to start off on. It's like the MySpace of social media for most people. And kink.
For the
Okay.
kink curious. So for
the kink
those who are
curious.
curious, that might be a
Yeah.
good place to start.
Great place to start. What's happened though over time is sometimes people get confused over kink. They don't remember that kink is about safety and sanity and being consensual. I keep saying that over and over again.
Yes.
But sometimes when you have an open platform where people can hide behind a profile where they're not getting verified, they can say whatever they like to say to someone, no matter if it's bullying, harassment, no matter how damaging it can be, damaging it will be. They can say anything that they want to
Without
say.
consequence.
Without
It's not a lot of
consequence.
accountability.
Yeah, and we wanted to introduce an app that had accountability. I like that you said that because that's exactly what it's about.
You can record your videos through the app. There's a great video editor. There's communities, so you can find communities of
Like spanking.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes.
So people can build their own communities. So you can find like-minded people. There's tribes. People can create their own tribes.
Nice.
People can video chat.
Yeah, and paid for video chat. Creators can actually sell their creation. Like, let's say you wanted to put out some 2-minute TikToks or 1-minute TikToks that maybe you didn't want the world to see. People can pay $4.99 for a month, $4.99 or $10 a month for that type of content.
It's very
Yeah.
familiar to TikTok regarding the short form video app, but it's Kink Talk.
But Kink Talk.
With
Yeah.
like we mentioned, a much more like accountability for adults only.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited about it as an educator.
Yes.
Because as an educator, we are always trying to not say the wrong thing so that our platform gets
Banned.
banned, shadow banned,
Flagged.
or completely removed, because I said, you know, this is one of the best crops that I've ever used. And if you hit right here on the sweet spot of the behind, your son will love it. And then you're like, nope, bye. You can't talk about sweet spots and butts.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
know, but being on a platform like this, I have a chance to educate about something that people are interested in
Right.
and learning about. How do I use a crop? Whipping
Without
crop, leather
making
crop.
it taboo.
Without making, it's
Exactly.
not, because it's not taboo. This is someone who has said, I'd like you to hit me with this crop, please, on my behind.
We want you to come here and feel safe, but we also want you to come here and get education and maybe add something in your relationship that you didn't have before. We started this because we looked at the Black kink community, for instance, that there wasn't a lot of representation, a lot of education that was really for Black couples, okay, interracial couples. There wasn't a lot. So Kink Talk came. At first, it was about the kinky hair. We said we're going to play on words. So we have kinky hair. It's also going to be about kink too. But regardless, it's 18 plus, and it's about education and fulfillment. That's really it.
And do you have to pay to use it? Or can anybody download it?
Anybody can download it.
But
there
if
are
you
certain
want
features.
to spurt a certain feature, a certain creator, then you might have to pay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And
So
people can download it right now?
They can download it right now.
Ooh,
On
baby,
iOS
baby,
and also on the
baby.
web.
All right, well, coming up next, Taylor still has some toys I need to be introduced to. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about kinks and introducing them into your relationships and maybe different platforms to explore. I'm here with erotic educator and sex goddess Taylor Sparks and our friends Charlie and Ariane, who just told us about Kink Talk. But Taylor is also behind Organic Lovin',
I am.
which is a place where people can get what?
Well, we specialize in improving adult sexual health and wellness and enhancing their sex lives through our organic intimate body products, body safe sex toys, sex positive books, and erotic educational seminars, and
All sorts of things.
and luxury adults only vacations.
Oh,
can-
okay.
you
We're
can
gonna have to
come
talk
with
about
us.
these vacations offline, and then maybe we'll take the Nightcap. Maybe I'll go solo. But for now, we've got this beautiful array of toys.
We have a few things here. So, it's not just about the toys, right?
Okay.
It's also about the sexual health and wellness. So, this is a male masturbator.
Okay, I'm glad you said what it was, because I was like, what exactly is that used for?
Right? So put your fingers there. So the penis would go in there. So it is literally a stroker, but it's got the vibration right here in the middle. So you put it on the underside of the penis, it can help him get an erection.
The toy fluffer.
It's like a toy fluffer. It's like a toy
That's your
fluffer, but it's
refractory period too.
and it's good for the refractory period too. Something to do in between while we're waiting to start all over again.
Yep.
It's a different episode.
So it's
but
got
yeah.
it's a different episode. So it's got several vibration modes on it, but it is essentially a stroker for guys to masturbate with, because there's so many toys for women,
Right.
but now the men's market is really starting to explode. So not that your woman would ever deny you, but if she did, you could be like, "Oh, I'm toy now."
Yeah.
Do you use?
Yeah.
So this is a ring that we get out of Greece, right?
Okay, this is so beautiful. Okay, now I feel I assume this is silicone. what is this?
That's rubber, and this is sterling silver.
Okay,
right?
so I thought this was a bracelet. I was like, how do you use this? This is a ring.
That
okay.
is a cock ring, and we call it, I call it front loading, but
front loading.
yeah, because it goes this way under. So depending on the man, and it comes in sizes, and the benefits of a ring for men who don't know is that it slows down, it doesn't stop, it slows down the blood flow, so it keeps the penis erect longer. So this is,
And that's a beautiful piece of.
This is it looks beautiful at the nude beach. It looks beautiful in the bedroom. You're like, hey baby, look at my junk. And it's real. And it's real.
We got a lot of talking to do, Tiffany.
At the place. So, and then we have one of our really great sellers, and this is the Ultra Bullet. It is for external pleasure, right? Because it's not that big, but because it's small, it's got over 20 vibration modes, and it is waterproof. But I like it because you can use it with your partner because it's small enough to put on your clit while you're having sex. Missionary, doggy style. You could use it on him. You could put it on his perineum, also known as the taint.
Oh.
You know why they call it the taint?
No.
Because it taint the balls and it taint the ass. It got a little spot right there in the middle. But when you're searching for sex toys, ladies, if you're trying to figure out if the vibration is good enough for you, you could just, may I?
Sure.
Put it on your nose. And you'll get the sensation of what it'll feel like on your, may I?
Yep.
Yeah. What it will feel like on your clit. So it is
Wow.
it is really, really good. But it's one of our favorite. It's great for beginners too. All of our lubricants are on our site are organic, no chemicals. This is another bullet, but this right here, my all-time favorite. This is a rose.
You came dressed to wear this.
Yes, it is a rose ball gag by Zalo. So this beautiful thing goes in there.
Wow.
And that goes.
Are ball gags a kink?
This truly affects our relationship because we've known Taylor for 5 years and we have never received this item.
Oh my
And I feel like this is necessary for us to have.
We want to put that on her.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Put that on her.
Okay, so
Daddy.
what are the benefits of getting a gag while that happens?
I'll lay it on top right here. The benefit of the gag
I'll
is
put it in her mouth. Gag
The
her.
benefit of the gag
It's
is
yours
that
now.
it does show some restraint. Now, with kink, like anything else, we also
does show
sign
some
contracts.
restraint? What do you mean?
I can restrain her. It gives her a feeling as though she can't do something that she naturally can do. Okay.
So it's like a mental almost.
Yeah, it's a bondage piece there. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to leave her there and go to the store and run off, and then we create
might,
some
though.
unsafe
You shouldn't.
situations.
You shouldn't, but you
Always
might
should be
if
monitored. But the great thing about kink is that, like we said before, or talked about it earlier in the break, is that it allows her to backlead me into something. This would be sexy. I would like you to do this, and then in the right moment, I'm able to do it. As a dominant, I'm able to do it for her,
And that's sexy.
and this is sexy.
And lastly, this is
What is that?
it's a necklace vibrator. It's very unassuming.
So unassuming. I
You
just thought
could
it was
wear
a
it.
beautiful
Yeah,
piece
you
had
could
on.
wear it to the party and be like, "Hey, girl, hey, I have something for you."
Oh, she's doing the look here. Unfamiliar.
I'm doing the slow blink. Wait, I'm doing the slow blink.
Slow blink.
Hi, honey.
Okay, well, they slow blink over here. I'm gonna let y'all, think about some of these wonderful products you might want to introduce into your relationship or into your own bedroom for yourself. All right, well, we'll be right back. Stay right there. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about introducing kinks into your relationships, but I am back in my penthouse behind the bar with my guy Tyrus from Bar 5015, and you're here to do what, baby? Back that glass up. Ew, ew. Okay.
I like when you do that.
Right? It's a fun
I
time.
like it. I
Come
like it.
on
It's
now.
good.
All right, so what are you making for
All right,
us?
today we're gonna be making another signature cocktail drink. It's called Vibe With Me, and you can
Vibe
get
With
it
Me.
at 5015 on our meetup.
And Vibe With Me is literally what you're asking somebody
It's-
to
it's-
do
it's
when you're
kinda-
introducing them into your kink, right?
Exactly. Please be my vibe,
Yes.
not my headache.
Not my headache.
Not my headache.
All right, I have to ask Tyrus, if you don't mind me getting a little personal now. How do you feel about kinks? Do you have one, and are you trying to introduce one into any?
You know what? As you get older, you do kind of find out new stuff about yourself
Yes,
that you
you
didn't know.
do.
And I kind of noticed one of my kinks is I kind of like a good costume change in the middle. Of a good, just but not too much though, not too much.
What do you mean not too much?
Not too
It
much,
sounds
just a little-
like you're tempering that down, but really, you're into it.
I'm a visual type of guy, so you give me something to look at. I mean, the time is better for you.
Okay, so when you say costume change, are we talking?
It can be anywhere, from a thong,
Okay.
maybe to a fishnet or something.
Okay, a little something,
A
something.
little something, yeah.
Okay. What about leather?
I think I may be into that.
You don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
Latex?
Latex, is it easy to rip off?
I don't know, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I haven't ventured into
Well,
that.
if it's easy to rip off, that's kind of like my go-to.
It sounds like Tyrus is an animal. He's an animal behind the bar, that's for damn sure.
For damn sure.
Okay, so what is in, what's it called? That's
All
a
right,
vibe?
so it's
a vibe?
called Vibe With Me. We
Vibe
have
With
the
Me.
Bacardi coconut. We have a little bit blue Ciroc.
Curacao.
Thank you. And then we have a little watermelon pucker.
Okay.
And then on the sweetener
Flavorful.
side, we have a little lemon juice and a little simple syrup. We just shake it up. What's your kinky side? Would you like any kinks in the bedroom?
Oh, listen. Maybe feed me a little few of those.
Maybe after you-
join me and
after you taste this
join
drink.
the vibe situation over here, and maybe I'll divulge.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, it's blue. Okay, this is dangerous.
Let's
as
see if
it
the
is.
drink get to the top. Like that one.
Yeah,
It's good.
I'm on a beach.
You on the beach?
Okay, you gonna join my vibe on the beach.
You gonna
is what
vibe with me with that one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
I like that one.
You know, my kink is a blue drink and some sun rays on my skin.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Listen, cheers. Thank you, boo.
You're welcome.
Listen, if you want to get with Tyrus, go to bar 5015 and make sure you're ready for a costume change, okay? No, but when it comes down to introducing kinks in your relationship, communicate, baby. That is the number one thing.
That really is the
If
number
you
one
don't
thing.
talk about it, you don't say it, you don't be direct, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's just not.
And you'll never know.
Right? And if you say it, it might just happen. Try it out. Have a blue drink and just do it. All right? Cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time. Tyrus, this is good,
You
baby.
like that one? It's real good. I like that one too. That's one of my favorites.
Missed out on the Nightcap? Well, head on over to our YouTube page and catch up with Carolina.
You can watch full episodes anytime you want. And don't forget to share it with your friends because we got to keep the conversation flowing.
So this one is not going to hurt as much as this one.
Watch The Nightcap at 11:30 on Fox 26 and anytime on Fox Soul.